Did you play the legal?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's either that Edgar's or the one I'm in. Doesn't matter which one.
Sports Wrap on a Thursday night. Good evening, folks.
Originally, my plan was to just do my 2 shifts. 90.5 WASU Christian here with you for the next couple hours. We're going to keep rolling along with a song called Control by Aaron Tejas. You're listening to The App. But ultimately, what led me to the sports team was my love of sports and the people who I knew who were already involved in it. It was a great friendship that there were great friendships I was able to make. My favorite sports moment that I've been a part of here at App State is probably the Miami game a few years ago. I was not part of WASU at that point. Actually, I was, but I wasn't involved to the extent I am now. But just being able to, that atmosphere, I camped out outside the gates to the field for 22 hours. I got there at 2. I got the gate 2 p.m. that Friday, and gates opened at noon. So for 22 hours, I was outside. I spent the night outside. I had a few drinks. I'm not gonna lie. And, I was 21 when I transferred here, so I was 20. Yeah, I was 21 at that point. So just that intensity of that crowd, high-fiving the players as they walked in. That atmosphere was one of the best atmospheres I've ever been in as a student here. It was one of the biggest home games and one of the biggest opponents that we've ever hosted here at App State. The one that emotionally I cared about the most would probably be the Women's Basketball Invitational Championship game, which was here at the Holmes Convocation Center. The App State women had not won anything since 2010. When they won the WBI for the first time, and just being able to be on the call for that at a school where basketball kind of takes a back seat to football, as a lot of sports do. So that was something that I was emotionally involved in, especially because Andrea Elderkin, the head coach of App State, she has been diagnosed and battled cancer twice. So to see her determination finally pay off in a WBI championship, that was something that I got quite emotional about. My favorite part of a broadcast, no question, is that second that you first go on the air. The adrenaline rushes, my heart still beats quick every time I do it. I still get that rush of adrenaline. When that mic goes live and the play-by-play commentator does his opening monologue, there is no other feeling that I've ever experienced like that, except for on a couple occasions. It's just that feeling of, okay, you're about to do something you love, let's get it done, let's do it right, and you've done this a lot, you know what you're supposed to do, you know what's expected, let's see if you can deliver on that. Joining the sports team has impacted my life in a couple ways. One, it allowed me to be on the air doing something that I want to do for a career after I graduate college, which is be a play-by-play color commentator, something to do with sports in a radio station. Probably one of the most important ways it's impacted my life is it has led me to my girlfriend. Her and I, she worked at the Appalachian at one point. I've worked here for a little bit, and we met through a mutual friend here, and we've been able to do basketball games, football games, baseball games, softball games, pretty much any sporting event. I've been able to be on the sideline for. Her and I have done together. So being able to work with my girlfriend on the sidelines has been something that I love, because my dream is to work on the sideline reporting with somebody who I really care about, or at least that's one of them. So being able to do that with her has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life.